Lena is a biology professor and an Army veteran. Ever since she lost contact with her husband, Kane, who went missing on a Special Forces mission, she has been depressed, to the point where she can't focus on her work or anything else. No one, including the Army, knows where Kane and his team went off to. Lena starts to wonder if Kane left her because she had an affair with one of her colleagues, Dan. 3 years ago, a meteor hit the Earth, which caused the surrounding area to be affected by high radiation. After giving a lecture at her college, Dan approaches Lena in the hopes of fixing things between them. Although Dan is apologetic for how Lena is feeling about the absence of Kane, he suggests that both of them should get back together. Lena doesn't feel the same about it. When she returns home, Lena breaks down crying, thinking about the beautiful time she spent with Kane. Even if she doesn't know the actual reason for the disappearance of Kane, she blames herself for everything. Just when she thought that she couldn't do anything, Lena's world changes dramatically when Kane arrives unannounced. Lena is overwhelmed just by looking at him, and she embraces him immediately. Kane, however, doesn't seem to feel anything. After sitting down, Lena questions Kane about his disappearance. Kane is completely quiet and emotionless over Lena's question. Kane says that he can't seem to remember anything. Lena doesn't want to think too much, as she is elated to have Kane back. Just when she thought that everything has gone back to being normal, Kane begins to convulse badly. Lena takes him to the hospital in an ambulance, but they are stopped on the way by plenty of armed forces. They subdue Lena by giving her a sedative and take over Kane, whose health continues to deteriorate. Lena wakes up at Area X and is confronted by Dr. Ventress. Ventress asks Lena questions regarding her husband's absence, and if she has any information as to what Kane encountered during his Special Forces mission. Lena has no answers, as she is still worried about what Kane had just gone through. Upon asking about her husband, Lena is terrified to learn that Kane is suffering from multiple organ failure, which is why he's suffering from a lot of internal bleeding and is on verge of possibly losing his life. Considering Lena is a strong biologist, she offers to help the facility. She claims that Kane must have been exposed to some sort of radiation or virus. Lena demands to know where her husband was sent on the Special Forces mission, as deep down, she knows that Ventress knows all about it. Ventress decides to lift the curtain by showing the area to Lena. As she takes Lena to the roof of the building, Lena is left speechless when she sees a large area surrounded by an electromagnetic field. Ventress lets Lena know that this all happened when the meteor hit a place near a lighthouse. The people in that area call it the Shimmer. Thereafter, many military personnel have been sent into the Shimmer, but no one has ever returned. No one is aware of what is happening inside it, but all of them have come to agree that the boundary of the Shimmer is expanding, and soon it will cover all of the major cities near it. Only Kane has been able to survive and return, but it's clear that he has been affected by it. Lena lets Ventress know that she will be staying in the facility alongside her husband. As Lena is all alone in the facility, paramedic Anya decides to befriend her. She introduces Lena to the rest of her crew, which includes geomorphologist Cassie and physicist Josie. Lena bonds with all three of them, and a little chat with them seems to have taken some stress off of Lena's shoulders. Lena learns that Ventress and all those three women are heading into the Shimmer. Before this, only the military was sent into that area. This time, the facility has decided to send scientists to know what actually happens inside. Anya scares Lena by telling her that the belief is that either there's an entity present in the Shimmer that attacks people, or people go crazy, and Lena asks Ventress what they wish to accomplish with this new expedition. Ventress answers that they hope to reach the source of the Shimmer, which is near the lighthouse, extract all of the necessary data, and return. Knowing that she can't help her beloved Kane while staying at the facility, Lena decides to join the team in hopes of finding a solution to her husband's deadly illness. The entire team, led by Ventress, reaches the boundary of the Shimmer. All of them are terrified by the sight of the magnetic field, and Lena can't seem to comprehend what she might encounter inside. When Lena wakes up the next morning, she can't seem to remember what happened the last day, or if she set up camp before going to sleep. She is completely disoriented, but she is not alone, as the rest are going through this too. Cassie tells Lena that they have been in the Shimmer for days, but no one has any memory of it. Josie tells the group that the magnetic field in the Shimmer is messed up, and the compass won't guide them anywhere. None of their equipment is working, which is why they can't get into contact with the facility outside of the Shimmer, but this was expected. Ventress tells the group to pack up and get going. The nature inside the Shimmer has completely mutated into something peculiar, and the group has no idea of what's next to come. The group reaches an abandoned cabin, and Ventress asks them to look around. Lena, upon looking at different flowers, concludes that they are of a species that isn't present on Earth. This confirms that the Shimmer has been altering nature and everyone inside it. Things get extremely horrific when Josie is grabbed and taken away by something strong. The group saves Josie in time, but all of them are terrified to see that she was attacked by a mutated alligator. The alligator is not like the ones outside of the Shimmer, as it took many bullets to put it down for good. After taking a thorough look at the alligator and how it has been changed, Lena tells everyone that the radiation in the shimmer is altering the gene structure of the organisms. While they are rowing their way across the lake, Cassie tells Lena that everyone in the group has gone through something terrifying. She lost a daughter, Anya used to be an addict, and Josie tried to take her, which is why all of them are confident in this mission, as they have nothing left to lose. Lena and the rest of the team reach a military base, and upon taking a complete tour of the base, they come to the conclusion that the base was set up by the soldiers of the last expedition. Ventress finds a memory card on the table, with a note stating it's for whoever comes to the base. Josie inserts the memory card in her video camera, and the team finds footage of Kane and the rest of the soldiers. What the team sees next is completely disturbing. Kane is seen cutting open his comrade, to reveal that his intestines are moving. The entire team is disgusted, but terrified at the thought of what kind of virus could affect them. The team is further scared when they find the same soldier transformed into something that resembles an alien life form and fungi. The team sets up camp at the base, but Lena has trouble falling asleep. Lena meets Ventress and Cassie outside the base, who explains to Lena how they would reach the lighthouse. Still thinking that Kane left her because she cheated on him, Lena asks Ventress why Kane joined the last expedition. Lena thinks that all of the past trips into the Shimmer were. Ventress explains how no one actually wants to lose their life by coming into the Shimmer. Rather, humans are meant to self-destruct, be it by coming on a deadly mission like this, or something else. Ventress senses that Lena messed up her marriage with Kane, which is why she thinks Kane decided to enter a mission like this, because he wasn't content with his life anymore. Before she can say anything, all of them hear a loud growling sound from far away. The rest of the team joins the three of them outside. Lena and Ventress can't see anything properly in the dark, as the growling continues to get louder. Out of the blue, Cassie is attacked by a humongous bear, and is dragged away in an instant. The team couldn't protect Cassie in time, and Lena starts to blame herself for not saving Cassie. The next morning, the team is stunned to find Ventress unaffected by what had transpired last night. Anya and Josie suggest they should leave the Shimmer, but Ventress orders them to continue with the mission. As much as she wants to go back, Lena convinces Anya and Josie that it took all of them 6 days to get here, and once they reach the lighthouse, then the exit from there would take less time. When the team continues its journey, Lena decides to go out and search for Cassie, in the hopes of her being alive. Despite Lena's optimistic approach, she finds the mauled body of Cassie. Lena breaks down crying, knowing she couldn't save her. Later on, the team finds plants that have taken the form of human bodies. Josie, using her vast knowledge, concludes that the Shimmer is a prism, and it refracts everything. Not only just light and radio waves, but also animal, plant, and human DNA. The team stays in the house nearby for the night. Lena remembers how awful was it for her to cheat on her husband with Dan. Later that night, Anya's mental health deteriorates, and she knocks everyone out and holds everyone hostage. When everyone gains consciousness, Anya accuses Lena of lying, and not revealing everything about her past life, and Kane being her husband. Just when Anya could have done something hysterical, everyone hears Cassie screaming out for help from outside. Anya goes to help her, but she is attacked by the bear. It appears that the bear's voice box is mutated, in a way that could make the sound of another person. The bear is able to recreate the voice of Cassie screaming for help. Before the bear can attack the team members who are tied to chairs, an injured Anya shoots the bear, but she is eventually put down for good by the mutated bear. Josie ends the bear after freeing herself. Ventress decides to continue on the journey without Lena and Josie, who are uncertain about the expedition now. The next day, Josie begins to act weird, and admits to Lena that she doesn't want to fight the thing that is controlling the Shimmer. Soon, Josie's DNA begins to mix with the plants, and sadly, Josie turns into a plant-like specie, just like the many others that came before her. A distraught Lena can't do anything but continue on her journey. Lena finally reaches the lighthouse, and finds a corpse in a video camera. She is shocked to find the footage of Kane talking to someone. Kane advises the cameraman to find Lena, as he takes with a grenade. Lena is baffled to see that the cameraman is actually a doppelganger of Kane. Lena finds the meteor crater and enters it to find Ventress. Ventress has gone berserk and tells Lena that she wanted to see what the Shimmer is. Ventress lets Lena know that the Shimmer will eventually swallow everything, and nobody would be able to stop it. The Shimmer disintegrates Ventress, and a drop of Lena's blood enters her body while it is being disintegrated. Soon, Ventress's body takes a humanoid shape that mimics everything Lena does. Lena isn't able to escape it. Lena is further terrified when the humanoid becomes her doppelganger. Lena finds Kane's bag nearby and takes out a grenade from it. She hands it to her doppelganger, tricking her into staying in the lighthouse while she escapes. The grenade goes off, burning down her doppelganger and the lighthouse. The entire Shimmer collapses for good. Lena returns to the facility and is questioned about everything. Lena concludes that the Shimmer wasn't destroying anything. Rather, it was changing everything and creating something new. Upon asking what new things the Shimmer was creating, Lena simply answers that she still doesn't know the answer. The doctors tell Lena that when the Shimmer disappeared, Kane's health was restored miraculously. Knowing who this Kane is, Lena is afraid to meet him in person now. Lena asks if he actually is Kane, to which he replies that he doesn't know. Upon being asked if she is Lena, she becomes terrified to answer the question, and chooses to remain silent. Both of them embrace, with Lena being scared, knowing who this man is, and the possibility of him causing havoc.